Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta and today I am going to show you how I depot my Colourpop palettes basically, and I will just be placing them into this Tarte palette right here. I just ordered it because I saw a picture of someone who had put their small Colourpop pans inside here and they fit perfectly, so I thought that looked super pleasing. So these are basically my two palettes that I already depotted. These are the Ooh La La palette and the It's My Pleasure palettes, and I'm going to, I think this one will fit about 4 palettes plus a shade or two. So I'm probably going to use the Lilac You A Lot, and I want to also use, because this one goes very well with the other pinks and purple tones, but I think it would be really cool to use the Mint to Be as well. So I think I want to add that one because like I love pink and green together. It just reminds me of roses. And also maybe a couple of shades from here if there's some extra space for that. And I'm already going to say sorry about my table, but I have nail glue all over it, so it never looks clean no matter what because it's just stuck here. So I'm sorry about that. But I'm just going to start with the Lilac You A Lot palette and depot that. I do have my Lethal Cosmetics shadows here because I just got them and I had this palette lying on my table, and so I just put them in there. So I will of course remove these ones before putting them in here, but I'm also going to like try to organize them. I will probably show you the organizing process too, so I will probably just organize all of the shadows on the table first so that I don't have to like take them in and out all the time. But what I always use for depotting my Colourpop palettes, I do not use my depotting spatula because in my opinion this is too big. I'm not able to get into like the little cracks on the side, so I use this one. It's just an extractor tool for blackheads, honestly. So it's super practical to use for this, but you can use a needle or anything like that. It's just really nice to have one that has a bit of a handle on it so you can manage to really get into the palettes. So you just basically tilt it like this, and it's super easy because as you can see they have magnetic strips underneath, so you just have to like look at the palette and see where is it that there's the biggest gap, and then you just take your needle in there. You want to be careful of course not to stab the shadow. At least I personally do not like that. And I think I might actually just label these underneath with the names because I do have a sort of, what do you call it, a marker. I have a waterproof marker, so I can just write the names underneath the pans. So I will just try to put them the same way that they are in the palette so that I can actually see which names belong to which one. So this process is honestly quite easy. You just have to be very careful when going into them so that you don't stab your shadows with the needle, because obviously who wants to ruin their shadows? I know I don't. Like that. Okay, so I'm totally stabbing this one. So this one had a small accident. Okay, so as you can see, I am not as careful as I should be with these shadows, so I'm kind of stabbing my needle into them. So just be more careful if you want to avoid that. I'm just trying to like not be too slow for the video, but maybe I should prioritize not ruining my shadows. As you can see, some of them it's really a lot harder to just find the gap between the shadow and the magnetic palette, so I'm really struggling here to be able to get the needle inside. I'll just take that one last. So you literally just have to try your best and just be careful, not like me. So you guys, I just realized what happened. I have lost the tip of the needle somewhere. It's not as sharp as it was. I'm just hoping it's not in one of the shadows. Oh my god. And here I am trying to show you how to do this. Okay, you guys, I'm just not going to be able to show you these last ones because I'm so far away from the palette. I need to be closer. So now that we're done with the most critical part, you're allowed to have some wine and you can go ahead and label them if you want to. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that on camera though. And obviously, as you can see, I did stab some of my shades because I'm like holding it 40 centimeters away from my face when I'm doing this, so it's really hard to see exactly where to like put the pressure on the shadow. Just be careful, do it up close so you can see properly when you're doing it yourself, so you don't make a mess like I did. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and label these and then I'll be back to organize them in my palette. So here we have all of the shadows that I have to work with. I just counted because I saw the picture of this palette filled up with these shadows, so it's going to be 37 shadows that fit here. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, and then again 6, 5, 4. So I did end up adding this one. It's the shade Sweet Spot from the Uhh Huh Honey palette. I just feel like a yellow could do well with this color story, and I don't want to like start mixing up all of the palettes, at least not right now. So I'm just going to go and clean my hands before I'm working on the organization with this, and I think I will just make it a speed through with some music. And yeah, the next thing you will see will basically be me organizing this into the palette. Okay, so I think I'm happy with this actually, so I will just go ahead and move them over to the actual palette. It's just that it's a little bit easier to organize them when they're like just on the table, so I don't have to like pull them so hard and then end up having even more casualties. So I'll just take them row by row here. I just realized that I had my camera on manual focus the whole time after I did some photos yesterday and videos of some duochromes and multichromes. I'm so sorry about that. I hope that it wasn't too unclear in the video. I hope that I can be able to use this. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this is how the finished palette is looking, and I'm so happy with how it's looking. It's so pleasing to see them fit perfectly in the palette. I will say that I did think that, because I saw a photo like this and I thought that the pants were 26mm round pants, but obviously they weren't. And yeah, I'm still not mad that I got the palette, the empty magnetic palette. It's the, what is it called? It doesn't say. Something like Pop It. Yeah, I will just leave it down in my description box, as I usually do with my everything that I use in my videos. But yeah, I'm super happy with how this palette is looking, and I really enjoy these tones together, like the mints with the lilacs and the pinks and a pop of yellow. I think that can work really well with both the purples and of course the greens and the peaks down here so I can make like a sunset look if I want to do that. So maybe putting these in this palette will make me use them a bit more, because honestly I have barely used any of these. So yeah, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me, then just subscribe to my channels and press that notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. I upload Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, and sometimes even more. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are doing this yourself, depotting your shadows, then I wish you the best of luck. It can be a bit tricky, but as you can see, I did only have a couple of bumps in my shadows, so most of them look really nice still. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!